Oh my god. Did you see that new Muzzafuzza video? Where he was like being honest and shit and like actually telling the truth about things and like saying what he actually like thinks and feels about things? What a douchebag. Like, who does that? Come on. That's my impression of how a gossipy little bitch reacted to my first video, completely honest gameplay commentary. And this is kind of a sequel. This is kind of a take two or an encore or a rebound to that video. It's just kind of a response to that video. This one's going to be called Brutally Honest Gameplay Commentary. And I might turn it into a series of just honest gameplay commentaries of different types. But the first one I talked about a few different things. I talked about YouTube. I talked about money. I talked about people. I talked about people's motivations. I talked about people's selfishness. And mostly serious things. And I don't want to keep it serious the entire time, but this is one of the serious videos, just so you know. There will be some Muzzafuzza videos where I'm just laughing and having a good time and not a care in the world and just relaxing and giggling and playing and talking, but not this one. This one's more serious. So if that doesn't tickle your fancy, you can kindly go fuck yourself. So let's jump into what I want to talk about. I want to just be honest about as many things as I can in one video, and it mostly revolves around people because that's kind of what we're dealing with here. That's what you are. That's what I am. That's what anybody who contacts this video ever is going to be. It's going to be a person. It's going to be a human being living on this planet. And we're all kind of in the same situation together. We're just growing up in different places, different countries, different states, different cities. Sometimes not even cities. Sometimes villages. Sometimes little huts. Sometimes, I mean, there's just such a huge, wide variety and crazy amount of complexity and intricacies to every human life on this planet that each individual person watching this video is going to have a different experience because they're a different person than the other people watching this video. And some of you guys are really, really young, and it's something that I think about a lot because I have to kind of act as a big brother and be careful what I say or what I talk about, because I don't want to affect you in a negative way or kind of, you know, take the mystery out of things, like I would ruin Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny or something like that, or the Tooth Fairy. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to just ruin life for you by making a depressing commentary where I actually tell the truth about some shit. But this is going to be one of those videos. So let's start with people. What is the brutally honest truth about people that I can give you? Just with my experience. I'm not talking from anything other than my experience, you guys. I'm not trying to be grandiose or, you know, act like a diva and act like my life is super dramatic or what. It's really not. My life is not that full of drama at all. I don't have very much drama in my life because I don't pick fights with people and I don't get in senseless arguments with people. And after you get in a lot of arguments in your life, which I have been, I've done a lot of fighting in my 22 years, and some that I'm not proud of, and some that I am proud of, and that was justified. And you have to pick your battles. That's number one. You have to pick your battles and pick what you're going to stand up and fight for. And you're going to keep fighting with people no matter what for the rest of your life, in my opinion, unless you live some sort of peaceful monk Zen life out in the mountains where you're away from people. If you're going to be in a place where there's a lot of people, you're going to have some people that totally piss you off and annoy you or irritate you. And sometimes it sucks because sometimes you feel trapped. Sometimes you get in a situation, you feel trapped in the situation, like you can't get out of it and you can't leave and you can't get the person to just shut the fuck up or get the person to leave you alone or stop talking or whatever it is. And everybody deserves that. Everybody deserves some sort of reserve or regard where people will respect your boundaries and not get in your face and not challenge you all the time and not get into stupid arguments all the time. And that's how I kind of try to police my life and police the people that I interact with, my friends, my family, my acquaintances, and even random strangers. I interact with strangers on a daily basis. Every time I go out, I'm not going to not say hi to people because I'm not really that, there's a lot of people that are afraid that when they walk around in public, they just stare down at the floor or stare at their cell phone and act like they're not even there. And in my opinion, when you're doing that, you're not there. You're not in that moment. You're not really existing there. You're just kind of background noise that's not really doing anything. And it kind of shows how much you value life and how much you take for granted when you don't even acknowledge the existence of the other human beings that are around you. So I try to say hi to people when I'm in public, or at least let them know that I respect them or that I acknowledge their existence, like I said. And man, this commentary took kind of a depressing tone. I'm not depressed, just so you guys know. I feel pretty mentally healthy. I feel at least mentally healthy enough to do commentaries and to talk to you guys honestly. So don't worry about me. That's another thing, is people worry about each other way too much. People worry about little things. People worry about big things. Some of the biggest things that people worry about when it comes to each other is things like addiction, and that can be anything. It could be sex. It could be money. I know plenty of people that are addicted to money. I know plenty of people that are addicted to drugs of all different kinds. Substances can range from sugar, where if it's just somebody who eats way too much candy and gets fat, or alcohol, or red meat, or people can get addicted. People can get addicted to anything. People can get addicted to fast food. If you're going to a burger place more than 3 times a week, I'm sorry, but you're probably addicted to burgers. It's just kind of how human beings work. It's how human nature works, and people are their habits. Whatever you make a habit of, that is what you become. That's part of who you are. So I know I've covered a lot of bases here, and I'm being pretty vague, and I'm not talking about specific details, and I don't really want to talk about my personal life all too much, because I feel like being a public figure, being who I am, which is both Muzzafuzza in the public sphere, the things I decide to put on the internet in front of anyone and everyone, and then who I am in real life, which is just Robbie, or Rob, or Robert, or however you want to, whatever you want to call me. It doesn't really matter. That's the thing you have to understand. It's all social institutions. Even your name, even the time on your alarm clock or your watch, even the new year, even the day of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. These are all just things that people made up. They're not actually real. The only thing that's real is the time that is now, and that is the moment that you're actually existing in. Everything else is just stuff that people have given names to and kind of integrated into society. And that's enough being brutally honest for today, my friends. Because of all the interest and support, I'm going to keep doing these videos, these honest gameplay commentaries of different types. And just let me know what you guys want to hear more about in the comments below. If you enjoyed these videos at all, please like them, favorite them, share them, support them in any way that you want. And just spread them with people that maybe could use this information. Lots more videos on the way, guys, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.